I'm going to watch this replay of a Kolobanovs medal that I got and talk about what I think went well and where I got lucky. And of course, when you have a really big game, there's going to be some luck, but there's going to be hopefully some good plays that you made too. So on Fisherman's Bay, I like to take the center, and especially low tiers, you can get early spots. I use the rapid firing gun on this tank. I think it's 57mm. It shoots super fast with terrible pen. So I shoot a lot of gold. I shoot over 100 shots in this replay. The pen, even with gold, is not very good. There's not really any gun on this tank with a really good pen, so I just use the one with the best DPM and shoot gold. So here you can see how much you can dominate vision with a light tank at lower tiers. Those heavies have no way of spotting me, and I have binocs and a fair crew. As long as you don't overexpose in that bush or this bush, you can get vision out. I'm a little worried just by map deployment here. It's roughly similar on both sides. I don't have any backup, so I got to be a little careful about getting rushed. And there we go, there's an ELC in the middle. These bushes are really, really unpredictable. I got what I felt like I could get easily and then fell back. I knew I was going to be spotted there when I shot. From this angle though, at lower tiers you're not usually going to be spotted even until they close the distance or proxy spot you from the middle where the ELC AMX is. So it's a really stale game at this point. Not much is going on. Our heavies are just clashing in city. Our one line is relatively protected. Our ELC had camped in the back and he decides to rush in. And here's a decision that I made to not go and help the ELC on purpose, because I felt like it's a really exposed position and he's already getting shot. So if I show up after he's made that play, I'm going to get annihilated too, even though there's a guy on one hit point, or one shot behind him that he's trying to kill. There's the A2 who's supporting, and there's likely tank destroyers over like in the J2 position. When I saw him moving back, I felt safe to get up into this bush and spot him and take him out. And then here I'm just checking the flank. I'm at this angle and this distance, I'm likely to get spotted, especially by that medium. But they're going to be really engaged in that fight anyway, so there I am, I'm spotted. So I felt like I could take a few shots, and now I have to leave because they have nothing to do but shoot me now. And at this point in the game, I'm not feeling very optimistic because that was a lucky bounce. This tank does have some angled armor, but no, this is a tricky spot in the game. I can't realistically even help that KV-1, unfortunately, because I can't reliably pen these tanks, and there's 4 of them, so if I rush in there, I'll probably die. I was hoping to get the kill there. I think I already got it, and that was really lucky. I really don't want to play this fight with them. Artie's, I'm sure, looking at me. There it is. And so now my plan is to go dark and get out of there and try to use my vision. At this point in the game, I was planning to lose it because I thought that we didn't have enough tanks really to stop what they were doing in the city. I thought they were just going to roll in. The Su-85 clearly isn't interested in shooting anybody. He would have helped the heavy tanks or gone to the middle or gone to the one line if he wanted to shoot anybody. So he's just kind of chilling. I'm going to use bush mechanics to try to get some damage out. Part of the reason I shoot 100 shots is that I blind fire a whole bunch right here. I have no idea if he's still there and I'm bouncing, or if he's moved. But it's essentially an autoloader. Again, bush mechanics, spot the tank. Now I'm worried about getting rushed. He's closing the distance. I really don't want to be spotted. I want to essentially at this point farm and try to get what I can out of this game. I'm expecting to lose this game. at this point still. If I can spot them a little bit, maybe as they approach. But again, I don't really trust the tanks, except for maybe Artie, to shoot what I've spotted. So I don't have a high degree of confidence in my teammate. The SU has sat there the entire time and not moved, or repositioned himself to shoot oncoming tanks. So I have zero faith in him. The T-67 should spot a lot of what's coming out from the other side, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just now trying to think about what angles I can use to get a little extra damage in before they rush us and kill us. I don't actually play this part of the map very often, so I don't know which bushes here are even any good to use. Again, if I can just get a spot out. Just the Wolverine. With him dead, now similar thing. I'm assuming that one or two tanks is in the corner over there, and I was kind of starting to create for him. The last spotted 67 and 34 were on that flank, so I still assume that the other 34 is over, T-34 is over on that flank. And so now there's 3 left on my team. Artie is telling me to spot, which really doesn't make any sense. I mean, I can spot a little bit, but again, I'm planning to lose this game. Pick up a spot there. Even with all gold, this tank is not reliably penned. I'm spotted. Luckily, he just caught the track there. I make a misplay. I don't recognize how close the BDR is to me. I got lucky that he missed me there. I'm just trying to find different angles. Ideally, I can use my teammate here to at least distract him and get some shots off as I get a different angle. Should be already safe down here. But again, there's a couple tanks where I really don't know where they are still, and the 34 shot me from the middle somewhere. I wasn't sure if I should go for the BDR. I thought maybe I should just get out and go try to get Artie. This is a questionable play right here. I probably could have made the case to go fight those 2 T-34s, and I maybe should have. They're both on very low health. But I, for whatever reason, thought I should just get out. And I also make a really questionable play here. So I already died. We have a TD left, and they have 6 tanks. This right here, I'm actually not entirely sure if I'm spotted. I think I still am spotted, especially because of how close I am to this tank. So I'm probably taking some risk by stopping there. I saw I tracked him, so I thought it was okay to take another shot. I wasn't sure if he was in my gun arc or not, but and now I'm thinking, okay, let's just try to get vision out. And I realize here that I probably was spotted the entire time since my 6th sense didn't go back off. Anything here is just pure luck. All I'm trying to do is increase the angle. If I should kill him, I kill him. I'm not really trying to kill him, I'm trying to get away. And then the 67 in the center, that's, again, he gets me there, but that sets me on fire as fire extinguisher goes off. That tank does not have great gun handling, so I don't expect him to reliably hit me moving sideways to him. He might get me once or twice, but again, now I'm assumed that I've gone dark, and I'm trying to decide if I should actually try to win this game or just still try to farm. Still, I don't really think I can win this game right now. Our SU-85 clearly has no intention of shooting their tanks, since he literally hasn't moved for, I don't know, the entire game. So again, this is more to take a different angle than to think I'm going to go back to reset. If I get back and reset, that's great. I'm still out of render for cap, but at least our SU-85 has got a reset now. So again, I have to be careful about the 67 on my right, and you can see at this range with APCR, this is a very, very low likelihood shots. And so now it's a true 5v1. KV1, again, this comes down to view range. The rest of this game is about view range. On an open map like this with lots of bushes, the KV1 should never spot me. I'm not that worried about him sneaking a peek. Like there, if he had good view range, he would have spotted me and I would have been shot at. But I know that he's a KV1 and his view range is probably like 300 meters. So we'll throw some shots at him. Again, even the flush side is lucky. Now here's another really critical point. The T-67 is by far the most dangerous tank because he's fast and he can actually get into my position and break my bush camp. And he's also running right towards me, so he was the correct tank to focus there. I got a reset there. This 34 is a one shot, but it's going to be super hard to kill him from this angle. I'm not super worried about cap yet. We've got a lot of time. I'm kind of worried about where their other T-34 is. I know that he's a one shot, and I can take a shot or two from him if they're using the gun that I think they're using, which is usually going to be the low alpha fast firing one, similar to mine, low alpha fast firing. I could fail to penetrate those tanks, even in close quarters. This is just catching the arty out. I don't know why he's backing up or where he thinks I am, but there he is. And then, again, a little bit poor map recognition and a super lucky snapshot right there. He set me on fire again. So I got set on fire twice. I got lucky that I snapshot him. I think I could have been able to outplay him on that corner, but already might have been able to fire on me. So now I am worried about cap. 30 seconds left. I need to find him, and I'm going to try to use my view range. I know that the bishop fell behind this building, fell back behind this building, so I think I can get kind of close to it, not get proxied, and I don't think he's going to come around the corner. I get really unlucky with multiple bounces and misses right here, but I needed to change the angle on that tank because I knew if I stayed in the back corner, there's no way that I was going to be able to shoot that tiny little commander's hatch because he was hiding behind their dead KV-1. And so now it's just a matter of killing Artie, and there's multiple ways I could theoretically do this. The main thing is just to not give him a chance to win, and I'll just skirt around and try to find an angle. I know he's on the far side of that building, and that thing has terrible mobility. And he's really wanting to drive backwards for whatever reason, so I don't expect him to be the slickest of players or have advanced crew skills, so I'll just get out to an area here where I'm pretty far away. He shouldn't spot me, and I have his back anyway. And there's the Kolobanovs. Combination of luck and a couple good plays and having mostly view range and camo that made it work.